Thirdly, in defining stewardship, we've said stewardship requires acknowledgement, which results in a particular attitude, and that attitude results, thirdly, into actions. Actions that serve the Lord with thankfulness, that serve the Lord with excellence, because you're aware who has called you. You did not volunteer to be a steward. Stewardship is about being called. It's not about volunteering. You did not just choose to be a steward. You have been appointed to be there. And there is a sense of mission when you are now in the pitch, in the arena, knowing you're representing the one who has put you there. So there is thankfulness accompanied with excellence and the anticipation of rewards at the finish line. The aim of stewardship is to glorify God in everything. In whatever we do, 1 Corinthians 10:31, in whatever we do, whether we eat or drink, we realize this must be done with thankfulness, it must be done with excellence, it must be done with an anticipation of reward at the very end. This then is what I see as the dignity of biblical stewardship coming out of that definition. That definition of stewardship gives dignity to stewardship because a steward is pervasively God-focused. Stewardship is established by God. Its actions and its desired outcomes are God-focused. All of life, therefore, becomes important. Even the mundane become meaningful because it is God-focused. The creation mandate becomes important. The Great Commission becomes equally important. We don't have a secular and sacred divide because all of life has become important. The spiritual is important. The material is also important. And they are important because they are all God-focused. The steward is not one who would go through life saying, vanity, vanity, it's all vanity. No, drudgery becomes a delight for the steward because it is God-focused. The other dignity of stewardship, apart from the fact that all of life becomes worship. Worship doesn't become the 2 hours when you're in church on Sunday. All of life becomes worship. The other thing is purposefulness and meaningful living. I am privileged to be appointed to be part of a mission. I become very results focused. I'm thinking about, for example, in the area of work, labor. As I go into the stewardship of labor, I'm thinking about providing for myself. I'm thinking about being a good testimony out there. And I'm thinking about providing for the needs of others. It makes life very meaningful. I think, finally, stewardship gives us passion. It's sad to see in life people who are not engaged. They are bored. They're always saying, I'm so bored. I don't know what I'm going to do this weekend. Stewardship gives us purposefulness, a heart engagement, the kind found in Romans chapter 12 and verse 11. A trilogy there, where we are told, do not be slothful in zeal, be fervent in spirit, serve the Lord. And if you see it in the context of the whole of Romans 12, you'd remember in chapter 12, verse 1, we have been told, in view of God's mercies, and then in verse 11, do not be slothful in zeal, be fervent in spirit, serve the Lord. So that for me would be the dignity that I see in Christian stewardship.